Well, hello there, and welcome back to yet another exciting day here on I'm Kinda Sketchy on YouTube.com. Today is Saturday, and that means one thing. Yes, you guessed it, that means Cartoon Saturdays. Today, we are drawing Bugs Bunny, or Super Bugs Bunny. Well, I thought I'd take that to another level, higher than that even. Although I do not take credit for the invention of Super Bugs Bunny. Super Bugs has been around in cartoons for a lot longer than I've been alive. You know, Bugs Bunny had donned Superman's cape in several renditions that I've seen, so I don't take credit for that at all. Although I am tying it to something else I did. In a previous video, I did a medieval Superman in a kilt and armor and a sword and a shield, so I figured, bam! A medieval Super Bugs Bunny. To tie into a previous video, I guess. But, you know, there's that. So I do admit that, and I do not take credit for anything that was previously done, like I previously stated. So, moving on from that. Speaking of super and super news, I have some super news here for you, and an amazing thing that I do take credit for. Speaking of super, I have some super news. That's right, I have merchandise available. I have merchandise available on Redbubble under the name I'm Kinda Sketchy, all one word, no apostrophes, no spaces. And as you can see, I do have a few items here available on Redbubble, and I'm working on putting out more. I have a few images, rather, I should say, but several products available. All kinds of t-shirts, as you can see, men's and women's unisex. I do have some other clothing available, mouse pads, stickers, things like that. iPhone cases, Samsung cases, prints, clocks. There's pillows. As you can see, there's all sorts of things. You know, there's even masks available for everyone who needs a mask. You know, and there's some cheaper stuff too, like some push pin buttons. You know, the lapel pins. We have some of those, and other things like that. So go ahead and check us out here on Redbubble. And I also would like to take this moment to say that I do have another store available, which you'll see here in a moment. But I'd like to say, if you've seen the We've All Been Affected, that is actually an album cover that I did for my buddy Nick, who has some music as my musical riff that makes up my soundtrack here on I'm Kinda Sketchy. And now, as you can see, here is my Teespring account. I have a few items here as well. Some neck gaiters with my tiger griffin, which was one of my better pieces, I believe, people say. But I'll leave that up to you as a matter of opinion or not. And so here you see there's a front and a back on that. And there's more, and there's going to be more, and I'm doing more all the time. You know, see there's a sea turtle, and people who like sea turtles, you know, my wife liked this one. She asked me to do a sea turtle, so that's what I did on the YouTube channel for any of those who remember that video. And there's other things too. You know, most of my merchandise is so far related to YouTube, although I have done others. There's some traditional style stuff that I did, like this cup. There's a dual image on this cup, and it is done from two different computer filtered images done in Photoshop of the same image. And moving on to another images here, I'd like to take a moment to really recap on what I said about Nick, my buddy Nick. Nick Parra created my musical soundtrack, the musical riff, which I use for my opening credit sequence, and my other guitar riff, which is his music. And Nick Parra has some pretty cool stuff. He's a guitarist, and so he gave me the rights to be able to use his music. And I'd like to give him a shout out here on this video officially. I know I've mentioned him in the comments below, but thank you, Nick, for your amazing soundtrack. And So now we have some merchandise we can use for his product as well, his CD covers and everything. So anyway, so now really back to the cartoon. Bugs Bunny had been around for decades. That's right, kids. He's not something new, created on Space Jam in the 90s. He's been around tons longer than that. And I do mean tons longer. We'll get to that in a little bit. And there's no signs of him going anywhere anytime soon. The man named Chase Craig, who drew the very first Bugs Bunny comic, admits that the iconic character was really the work of a bunch of people and not created by just one man, but a bunch of creators and producers and voice actors. Bugs Bunny was originally featured unofficially in Porky's Hare Hunt in 1938. Other talents and persons responsible for Bugs Bunny's evolutionary tale were Ben Bugs Hardaway, the unmentioned Cal Dalton, also Mel Blanc, and Friz Freleng. Some disputes lead me to mention, however, that the cartoon called Wild Hare was actually widely considered to be the very first official Bugs Bunny cartoon, drawn and written by Tex Avery in July 27th, 1940, and he redesigned Bugs and gave him his fully developed look. He also was the first time Bugs ever said, "What's up, Doc?" Now, I could go on different people and different things and different memories that people could have about Bugs Bunny. He's been around since as long as I can remember. You know, obviously, 1938 is a lot longer than I've ever been around. But I think I'll just leave you with the rest of this cartoon, and I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, as always, I thank you, Nick Parra, for your amazing soundtrack. And also, check out my Redbubble and my Teespring account. And I'll catch you later at the end of this video. Well, that about wraps it up for the end of this video. This super announcement video, which I'm rather proud of. I have merchandise, so if you like my stuff and you like wearing t-shirts and you like coffee mugs, please stop by my shops and check it out and pick up some merchandise. I'm Kinda Sketchy, and I'll catch you later.